I thought maybe you were getting to what grade would you give this team for the season?
I would give them a C. This was, that ending was bad, bro. Let me tell you, the ending was bad. I would fail them, but they had such a good beginning that the ending, I'd give them a C, maybe a C plus.
Okay, I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to take a step outside my fan and be an outsider looking in. Look, you made advancements this year. Your quarterback and your receiver were MVP candidates for parts of the season.
Yeah, but Tua was the MVP candidate last season.
The defense had an upward trend as the season went on.
I give you that. New coach, new scheme.
You won a bunch of games.
You won 2 more games.
Got into the playoffs. You controlled your own destiny. And although you did not do what you needed with your destiny, you had that opportunity. You put yourself in that opportunity. You did have a lot of injuries. On the outside looking in, if I weren't a Dolphins fan and if I'm working at ESPN National and I'm seeing it, I give this team a B or a B plus. A lot of positive.
I wish I had you as a teacher.
No, an A is a team that makes noise in the playoffs. A B plus is a team that's really good. It's not an A. You didn't ace anything. You're good. You were real good. A teams win playoff games. A teams make runs into the playoffs. A plus teams get to the Super Bowl.
He is absolutely grading on a curve, Suppy.
Okay. So what grade do you think? You giving him a C, a C plus?
I give him a C. 954 tweeted text. He would give him a C minus.
That means you're below average.
Yes.
You're saying the Dolphins were a below average team this year.
I think they
finished. Is that what you're saying? A team that made the playoffs that won a lot of games is below average.
They're average.
They're an average team. Average is 9-8. 9-8 is the New Orleans Saints.
They're an average team.
9-8 is the.
You know why? Because above average teams doesn't lose 3 in a row like this. Win 2 games at home.
You're grading on the whole season. You're not grading on the end of the season.
So that's what I'm saying. So what I saw in the beginning of the season, they proved to me that they should have been able to win some of these games towards the end of the season. They didn't do that. To me, they still average. They're not above average.
C means you're.
You know why? Team. Detroit Lions. Lions were under the same category, same narrative as the Dolphins. You know what they did? They won games, or at least they competed and showed that they can win the game. They hosting a playoff game tonight. Miami could have been doing that, the same thing this afternoon. Right now should be Game Day Uncensored, post-game edition. Dolphins beating the Bills, going on to be hosting Kansas City. That's what should have been happening right now.
That is what should be happening.
They should be hosting Kansas City this upcoming weekend, my birthday weekend.
That'd be fun.
Not the other way around. They should not have to be going. They should not have to have had to go to Kansas City last night. They didn't handle their business.
No, they did not.
When you don't handle your business, you effed up. And when you F up, I got to grade you on your F up. And when you F up, you get a C. Because I'm going to be nice enough to remember what you did in the regular season. But that ending, I always remember. You always remember the last thing. Always remember the last thing. You know? Well, the last thing I remember?
It was the most
3-game losing streak.
It was the most important thing.
3-game losing streak.
But I'm grading on the whole season.
3-game losing streak to the 3 best teams in the AFC. You could have been that team. You beat Buffalo, you're one of the 3 best teams in the AFC. You lost to Buffalo, you ended up being the 6th best team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. And the only team worse than you was the Steelers in the playoffs.
Okay.
And let's see
the Texans, but the Texans won their division, and in retrospect, they have the same record with you right now because they won their game and you lost.
Texans looked pretty darn good yesterday, by the way.
So yeah, this is a C. It's a disappointing season, bro.
Is it a disappointment?
It's a disappointing season.
I think you're maybe caught up in the moment.
No, I'm not. I thought no. This is not me. No, this is not trying to. This is a disappointing season because of the expectations and what they did. The thing about it is when you win. Expectations go up. You're building. You're stacking. And it got to a level where the fan base, the haters, ops. We're like, yo, this Dolphins team is really good. Like, this Dolphins team can go. Like, Tua's a quarterback. Nobody doubting Tua the way they were doubting Tua. They doubt Tua because of, what can he do in the playoffs? But when you look at the regular season, they were stacking the wins. You're like, they can do it. Then when they face real competition, that's why they were saying this. That's why the criticism was coming for him like that. That's the criticism for the coach. And they didn't do anything to change it. You scored 40 freaking points in the last 3 weeks.
I know. And with that being said, I do believe next year we take a step forward. And like I said, 11, 12 wins.
That's
win
cool.
The division,
So
host a
okay,
playoff game.
so
win.
let me ask you this then: what's the expectation next year for the Dolphins?
Win a playoff game.
That's it.
That's it.
In 3 years under Mike McDaniel, you just want him to win one playoff game.
I want to win the first playoff game in 23 years.
Man,
yes,
it's conference championship or bust for this team next season.
Conference championship or bust. Did you see what happened last night when they lost 26-7?
It's conference championship or bust. You've lost 2 years in a row without winning. Wild card game doesn't do anything. You got to win. You've got to win the division next season. You've got to be hosting a playoff game. Has to be.
I said there has to be. Get a home game. Win a home game. And the playoffs.
Okay.
And I'll say, okay, progress. Now, the next, that once again, I'm not getting any further than that. I believe in a 10, 11, 12 win season next year.
Okay, you had that this season.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I believe that you win your division this year, next year, whatever you want to consider it. And I believe you get that home game, you get that playoff win. And then whatever happens after that, as we say in Cajun French's lagniappe, a little something extra.
Yeah, a lot of people would give them a C for the season.
C for the season. Average. An average NFL team that won 11 games, that went to a playoff game,